Hey y'all, welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. This is Homestead Happenings. I'm Susan. Today's topic, Faith in the Fall Season, Episode 10. The cotton fields next to our property are white. It's almost time for the big tractors and combines to come in and harvest. The bowls don't look as full this year, but I'm hoping our farmers get a good harvest and a price at the market. A sign that winter will be here soon. We are still busy too. One of our friends asked us to come and get some pears from their trees so that the pears won't be wasted. You will see me using a homemade tool here in a moment to knock pears off the higher limbs. I love getting fresh fruit to save for the long winter months ahead. Our homestead seems to revolve around food preservation. Not shown, but I wanted to let you know that we also were gifted some habaneros, which will probably be turned into homemade habanero sauce. I'm not sure yet if I'll be able to do that or not. But these pears, I will make sure that I make some pear preserves. We also found some Granny Smith apples from a local farm market, and I'm going to use them for dried fruit for hand pies. They will go into the dehydrator. All the apple and pear scraps will be turned into more vinegar. Looks like a busy week ahead for me in my kitchen. Why all the hustle and bustle to preserve the food, you may ask? Well, we never know for certain if the grocery stores will get too pricey or if there's an economic collapse in our future. But I can tell you there is a safety net in our home pantry. It supplies our food needs. Staples like flour, grains, beans, dehydrated vegetables, fruit, spices, and herbs will sustain us long term. Our home canned meats, vegetables, fruits, pickles, jellies, and condiments are all made by me in our little home kitchen. These will sustain us for at least 1 year or longer. Having a home pantry saves us money in the long run, and I know the exact ingredients in every jar made, how it was produced and canned. I only want the best for my family. Among the many blessings are jars of teas, many of which are medicinals as well. These have natural healing power that saves us from doctor's visits. We've worked hard in the garden this year, planting, tending, and harvesting. So many good things to eat. We also purchased what we don't grow, like our organic meats, milk, and other products from the Amish, like their fresh vegetables, pumpkins, and canned goods. It's faith in action. We know we won't go hungry in the lean times. Every time I step foot in a grocery store, I get sticker shock. Believe me, it isn't often that we grace the doors of the grocery store. Our diligence to turn our little 1.5 acre lot into a mini farm was an act of faith and true grit. We may be slow in getting projects done, but I personally prioritize food security as the number one on our prepping list because hunger is a real thing. So many countries and so many parts of the world go hungry each and every day, but a little bit of faith and grit and prepping can put food on your pantry shelves. My job revolves around my kitchen duties. It takes work and a lot of it to can up a year's worth of food. I am still amazed at my home pantry every time I step foot inside the doors. The shelves are all lined with beautiful canned foods to choose from. It's my oasis. Faith in the fall season is knowing that we will have more than enough to sustain us and our indoor pets as well. Whenever we are offered free to us food, we take it as a blessing. It may not always be our favorite foods, but food all the same. I learned as a young girl not to be too picky about what Mom put on our plate. A few meals of going hungry because I refused to eat what she cooked. I learned to like most foods. It wasn't a quick trip to 3 or 4 fast food chain restaurants in our home. Mom cooked, and we were thankful to have full bellies. Thankful, too, that my mom knew how to cook. She always had something sweet for us as well, but not at every meal. Sundays were always special meals. A nice roast, fried chicken on the table, or occasionally it would be fried catfish that Dad had caught. Sunday dinners were always a selection of fresh veggies. Sometimes the table was full and we had plenty to choose from. Sundays also had pudding, cake, or pies. It was a relaxing day for the family, but not so much for Mom. She cooked and cleaned up afterwards. Those memories are full of fun, love, and laughter around the family table. Often, after the big meal would lead us back to that same table, and we would pull out board games or put a puzzle together. In the fall, Mom made our favorites: pumpkin bread, pumpkin pies, or an apple cake. The sights, sounds, and smell of the season filled our home. Summer clothes soon had to have added sweaters, hats, and gloves. I remember my sweater was red, but my hat had sparkly dangles on it and a palm at the very top. Mom made sure that I was always clean and fashionable. We had a dogwood tree in the front yard. I was always amazed at the beautiful red leaves and the berries, seed crowns on the dogwoods this time of year. It was all about trusting God's provision, the rhythms of all the work and rest and faith built through family in the harvest season. Faith in the fall season at a time of gathering, preserving, and resting in the Lord after the season of labor. Some people put their trust in big lottery tickets and winning the lottery. Not me. I plant a fall garden. The principles of harvest are work and rest. Fall is the time that we see the fruits of our labor. We trust God through the season for the good harvest and having enough hands and skill to bring in the harvest. In the King James Version, reading out of Galatians 6:9, "Let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." A farm can be a manipulative creature. There's no such thing as finished work. It comes in and seems to have no end. As a farm wife, I have no time to be lazy or bored. There's always a long list of chores for me. I kind of like it that way as it flows on, and my list of household chores, gardening, chicken duty, kitchen duty, and laundry is a constant rhythm in my life. Let us not grow weary. Lord, this is hard. As the due season for me is fall, when I'm finishing up all of the little chores from the garden season, like getting all those dried herbs into jars. We shall reap, and oh boy, did we reap. This year has been bountiful. Our simple garden this year has produced abundantly. If we faint not, keeping up is a real struggle. With food, you need to work proficiently and know which food can wait and which needs to be immediately done. It's when the harvest is fullest we need to push through to get the final product on the pantry shelves. Building the home, family, and shelter. There is extra warmth found by just chopping wood. You'll get a workout by chopping and stacking wood. And you're probably going to get overheated and sweat a bit too. But isn't it nice in the winter months to have a beautiful fire to warm yourself by? It's a good feeling to know that you prepared firewood that also provides extra warmth for your family. It's a deep kind of pride. You can have a simple homestead with actions of preparing ahead. Faith in the fall also means you have built muscle and stamina by chopping and stacking wood for winter. My mom used to talk about swinging an axe for firewood. It was one of the many jobs she had growing up. It takes skill to know where to hit that log to split it into small enough sections that is easily carried into the house. How much wood is needed to warm the home for the winter? Plus, if you're cooking on a wood stove, how much extra wood would you need for year-round? Math was so important. My mom and dad learned that they needed faith in themselves, and they also needed faith in family members to get the jobs done for the family to survive through the winter months, for the hard times ahead. Both my parents lived through the Great Depression and some major wars. Proverbs 14:1, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. The family interactions through intentional work and love and wisdom in homemaking and homesteading, the physical, the spiritual well-being of the home all worked together to build up faith, relationship, and survival. Families depended upon everyone doing their part to have enough. Everyone in the home participated in making the home function and provide the family's need. There wasn't one job more or less important. Mom's job and Dad's jobs were on equal footing. I believe that the Amish are showing the rest of us the true family dynamics, what our modern conveniences have stolen from us. But with a little work, we can bring back the family dynamics back into the reality through faith and diligence. Assurance and provision through God's faithfulness. In Isaiah 65, verses 21 through 23, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat of the fruit of them. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For the days of the tree are the days of my people. And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands, and they shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. The promise that God gives us, the believers, is that we will not work in vain, and that our children will not be born into hardship. They will enjoy the fruit of their labor, and for future generations will also share in that. In 1 Thessalonians 4:11 it says, and that you study to be quiet, and to do your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commandeth you. There is beauty in the quiet, self-sufficient life where you focus on your own work, and faith takes form in the work of your hands. When we choose to live a life that God has planned for us, we begin to understand the importance of family, the family unit, our diligent work together as we focus on God's provisions and family. It is our own quiet trust in God's provision that will get us through those tough times and long winter months. What is your next homestead project? What is one way that you can show faith in this fall, this week? The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Numbers 6:24 through 26. As we get ready to close out this episode, I want to remind everybody of Scarecrow 25 for the month of October. You put up a video with a scarecrow in it. Use your imagination. Just keep it family friendly. Make sure you're using the hashtag, the playlist, and tagging my channel. And in November, we have Thankful 50 Challenge 25, which is a month-long collaboration. You will make a video talking about 50 things you're thankful for. Tag my channel. Use the hashtag Thankful 50 Challenge 25 and use the official playlist. Both of these are challenges, so you need to make sure that you're tagging channels and sharing out others that join the collaboration. In December, I'm going to have a gingerbread Christmas. I can't wait for everyone to see what I am up to. Here's a few products that I would like to review. Solar units with solar panels, home generator, water filtration system, farm equipment for small farms, anything related to farm fowl, anything related to organic gardening. I am looking specifically for Made in America products that align with my morals and values. I give honest reviews only. I don't care for YouTube's policy on every review where you have to tell them that you've received a product for free, but you have to list it as a paid review. I think it gives the impression that I receive payment for the reviews. However, incentives would be appreciated. There will be no pay to try and then reimburse after the reviews are done on this channel. No more individual videos for reviews unless the product is worthy of it and it is at my discretion. Yes to becoming an affiliate of the products that I truly love and approve of. And all the videos that I put out for reviews are my property. So you need to contact me if you plan on using those reviews in advertisements, and we need a contract. These are my terms for all product reviews on my channel. Terms are negotiable in certain situations. Our podcasts are every Tuesday at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you will come and join me. Thank you for watching the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch Homestead Happenings. Next week's episode, what's worked and what hasn't on our homestead. Be blessed, everyone. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.